The end is near.
I think you're gonna like it here.
So I face the final curtain.
The only destiny I want is a normal life.
I'm SARI Cohen with Hollywood First Look Features, and I am over the moon to be reconnecting with American God star Ricky Whittle. Ricky, I have to ask, what has it been like for the past 3 seasons working side by side with Ian McShane?
Hell. I tried to get out of this show like so many times. They just won't have it. Ian keeps dragging me back in. Just when I think I'm out, he drags me back in. It's an education. It truly is. Like I've been gifted on this show every season with incredible stars to learn from. People that I look up to and people who I admire, and it's only improved my levels. And working opposite, Ian McShane, I've done some of my best work to date, and I thank him truly for every magical moment, parts of advice, and as an actor myself, I'm just reacting. So if it wasn't for his performance, I wouldn't be able to give the reactions that I give. So I love working with that guy. He's a lot of fun, maybe sometimes too much.
So what are we going to see from your characters in season 3 that's going to surprise audiences?
There's quite a bit without jumping into spoilers, but you're going to see facets of the characters that you haven't seen before, seeing the range and the depth, the layers that come through. And I think what may surprise people as well, speaking in terms of Technical Boy and Bilquis, for 2 characters that seem very much on opposite sides of the spectrum, you will start to possibly see the common ground between the 2.
Literally off the back of that is we get to maybe see a little bit more of the squishy bits in the middle underneath the armor, and to see where they came from, and to learn more about, normally it would be why he is the way he is, but when you're playing a represented concept of a belief, then it's just why he is. So we get to see a little bit more of why he is, which is very exciting. And that's the same with like pretty much every character this season. Salim has got an amazing arc, Laura's got an amazing arc. Pretty much every character really goes into why they are the way that they are in further relation to the bigger story. It's pretty fun. I think people are going to like it.
Tell me, how is Shadow Moon different in season 3 than he was in seasons 1 and 2?
He's hairier. But he is, at the end of the day. He's in hiding. At the end of the day, he's hiding from the police, the FBI, the gods. Wednesday. He's grown his hair out, his beard out. He's changed his name to Mike Ainsel. He's lumberjack Shadow working a normal job. He's got his eye on a local girl. He wants that normal life. He's just been told that Wednesday's his father and that Wednesday killed Laura. And he wants none of that. He wants none of this destiny that everyone's talking about. But unfortunately, especially in American Gods, there's only so long you can outrun that before destiny will find you, and Mr. Wednesday always finds you. And that's when that kind of normal life that Shadow so desperately wants is once again ripped away from him.
So which gods are we going to see fraternizing more with each other in season 3?
Ooh.
I feel like I'm about to just give all the spoilers.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that Bilquis will interact with the Orishas, who we have not seen before. And that's in part of what Bruce mentioned in the self-discovery journey that we're seeing all of these gods and humans go through. And so as she delves into her past, as she really starts to look into herself, she then finds that the I is we, and she finds this connection with these goddesses that have been here for quite a while. And that in turn connects with Shadow Moon and his journey.
So what can Technical Boy and Bilquis learn from each other?
What an amazing question!
Brilliant.
Yeah, very good. What can I say?
I would definitely say that what Bilquis can learn from Technical Boy is the ability to adapt, to how to adapt in this present world. and with this technology and how to use all of that. Yes, she wants to get her message out, and I think she spoke to that a little bit in season 2. But his tools are very useful for her in staying relevant.
Off the back of that, what Tech Boy can learn from Bilquis perhaps this season, just in a slightly overarching note, you can't ignore who you are at your heart.
So what kind of god do you think Shadow Moon will eventually be?
I mean, there's lots of theories that run out. I love watching fan fiction and fan kind of theories about all this, you know, about him being the god of this, the god of that. Is he a reincarnation of this god and that god? I'm not going to say gods because I'll get myself in trouble. But that's the most important question for Shadow. Is this journey of self-discovery where he needs to figure out who he is, and now that he knows he's a demigod, what he is. And once he's kind of figured that out, then he can decide what kind of god he wants to be. But I think we've established from the first 2 seasons that Shadow has a very strong moral compass and wants to be a good guy. He's very much a mama's boy, and his mum instilled this light and kept telling him about this light that was inside of him. And I feel that if you took Clark Kent away from the Kents and placed him in the Luthor household, you would have raised an evil Superman. And I feel that if Wednesday had raised Shadow, you would have had a very different man coming into season 3. But he still has that love and that light from his mum. And so I feel that Shadow is going to be a god that's going to try and bring people together. He's very much a story pushing the we over the I, which is something quite the opposite to his father, who's a very selfish man.
Everybody, make sure you check out American Gods on Starz. I'm SARI Cohen. See you next time.